welcome back to my channel. And as has been the trend for this last year, it has been a while. How are you? Once again, my apologies that you have not seen me. Actually, you know what? I take the apology back. It's not because I'm not sorry that I have not been making videos, but because I'm gonna explain to you, and as you will see for the trend of this video, I'm doing the best I can. So this month has been hectic. Actually, the last 2 months have been hectic. They have been stressful, and they have been, let's just say I learned a lot in the last few months. I cried a lot, but I learned a lot. And this is a part 2 of the video that I made in February, I think, about reaching goals even after you failed. And the first point was creating a good mental space for yourself. The last 2 months have mentally been tough, and I have learned some few things that I would like to share of how I can continue to create a better mental space for myself. And the reason why I'm just telling you what I've learned is because I do not want to be a hypocrite. I do not want to be here and tell you maybe top 5 things that you can do against stress, because I have stressed so much in the last few months. So I'm not gonna be like my top few tips. No. It's just gonna be lessons that I have learned in the last month. So I would say get a cup of coffee or tea or something that you would like, and let's just enjoy this quality time, because I've been making less videos and this might be a long one, but I'm not gonna stress about this right now. I'm not gonna stress if it's gonna be a long video or not. I just hope that some of these points that I share help you, and that we can help each other, because I'm gonna ask you to also share what you have learned in this last month. So a correction, this is gonna be 5 things that I've learned last month and 5 things that I would like to remember in this coming month, because the month of April is almost over. Actually, it is over when you see this, and the month of May is gonna start. It's the 5th month of 2015. Yo, 2015 is almost over. Where have we been? It is almost over. So I just want to keep sharing positivity. I just want to keep sharing positivity, and I just want to be myself with you guys. Can I be myself with you? Can I ramble a little bit? Will you share a little bit with me? Okay, let's just get to the video. So the first thing that I learned this month is a very, very important lesson. And it's not over until God says it's over. So I had exams the last few months, and the last month, and there was this crucial exam that I had to pass, because in my head, if I didn't pass it, the world would end, I probably would not graduate, and life would suck. That is how it would work in my head. And I was really stressing about it. And I kind of told myself, you know what, I'm gonna put it in God's hands, I'm gonna trust God more. And it wasn't easy, but I did that, and the stress went away. Let's just put it like that. And I made my exam, I got my results, and it told me I failed. I didn't pass my exam. So you can imagine I was stressed out. I was just like, what the hell is happening? I trusted you. I was talking to God. I was walking on the street like a crazy person, you know. I was just like, God, I trusted you, and you told me, you know, that I had to trust in you, and when is it gonna work out for me? And I was having my own private pity party, and nothing that anybody said could help me out of it. Like, my boyfriend was trying to get me to look at the bright side, but I just could not see a bright side. to make a long story short, the next day I had to go to look at my answers because I had to take a retest. I had to retake the test. And as I was going over my answers, lo and behold, there was a question that the teacher said I had wrong, and it was right. So I passed the exam. All that time, while I was stressing and while I was like, God, when am I going to see you move in this situation? I had already passed the test. So one thing that I learned out of that, and that's another thing that I hope can help you, it is not over until God says it's over. No matter how awful and how hard your situation may look, remember that there can always be a change. And if you know that that change will come, if you believe that that change will come, try to relax a little bit, because in hindsight, when things come out okay, you'll just be looking at yourself crazy like, you were just doing too much. Why were you being so extra? And yeah, that's how I felt. The next thing that I learned is another really important lesson, and that is there is so much more to life than what I am experiencing now. And that gives me so much hope, because the last few years of my life, I feel like, maybe even the last 5 to 6 years of my life, I feel like I've been stuck in this phase of school and trying to graduate and things not going the way I would like it. I'm in that one phase and I cannot seem to get out of it, and that is my entire life. I identify myself with the failures in that small area. But it took just realizing that there is so much more to life, to realize that if there is so much more in this world, there might be a lot of more evil and a lot of more bad in the world that I have experienced, but it means that there is also so much good in the world. And I am ready and I am willing to accept that this good is in the world so that I can accept it into my life. So if you have gotten caught up in the bad things in life and even the good things in life, realize that there is so much more on this earth and in this life than what you are experiencing now. It doesn't have to be all about you, of course, and this, what you are experiencing, this too will pass. The third thing that I have learned this month is that I need to start living. I realized twice in the last 2 months that I am just waiting for something to change and for something to happen so that I can feel like I'm living. Like it's okay to start living. And I realized that even, like in my example, even if I pass my exams, even if I graduate and I have my diplomas, I have to go and figure out what I gotta do with my life. Even after that, I gotta figure out when am I get married? How am I gonna get married? Am I gonna have kids? What are they gonna do? You know, so there are always things that I am gonna have to think about. So there's always gonna be a reason to stress. And I need nothing more in life to be happy. In my current situation, in my struggles, in my worries, in life, I can be happy. So that is an important thing that I learned, because it is a conscious decision to be happy. You can have everything in the world and still be miserable because you do not choose to be happy. So one thing that I learned right now, or this month, I choose to be happy. I choose to be happy. It is my responsibility to be happy. Okay, a kick in the gut of something that I learned is I am too hard on myself. I'm too hard on myself. I put so much pressure on myself. I put constant pressure on myself, even with things that I love, with things that should be fun, like my videos. I'm not able to make videos as often as I would like, and I really hold it against myself. I hate the fact that I'm not consistent, and I constantly feel a certain guilt about that. And it's not just with this, but it's with a lot of things. I constantly put myself down, and I'm way too hard on myself. And I just learned that I should cut myself some slack. If I don't feel like doing something, I won't do it. If I can't do something, like if I physically and mentally cannot do something, I have to accept that. I can't change it, so I have to accept it. And I should not feel guilty about that and torture myself about that. And another thing, the last thing that I learned this month goes hand in hand with the fourth thing. That is, I have to forgive myself. I realized this month that I have not forgiven myself for some things that have happened a long time ago. For instance, with school, the fact that I have not graduated yet, I haven't forgiven myself for it. Or I'm trying to forgive myself now, but for a long time, I held it against myself and I did not forgive myself for mistakes that I made in the past when it comes to friendships, when it comes to relationships. I had not forgiven myself. So I don't think it's fair to forgive others, but not yourself. So I learned that I have to forgive myself. I have to be free. Yeah. So those were the freeing lessons that I learned this month. And there are some things that I also learned, but I feel like I can continue to use them in the coming month to further allow myself to create a good mental space, to allow myself to be free. And those are things that I want to share with you as well. And maybe you can add something to the things that we can remember for the coming month, and then we can inspire each other. That would be nice. That would be really, really nice. So the number one thing that I would like to focus on this month is getting my passion back. I realized that in everything that I do, like I told you, I put a lot of pressure on myself. Nobody puts pressure on me, I put pressure on myself. And that is a reason why I've started enjoying things that I do less and less, because I constantly put pressure on myself. I have to succeed. I have to be great. I have to do this and this and this. And it kills your passion. Comparing yourself to people also kills your passion. So this month, I just want to focus on getting my passion back. Putting less pressure on myself, focusing on myself, and not focusing on other people. And doing what I love. That is the reason why this video might be sort of long. And often I worry about that, about long videos, because I'm just like, who in the heck would want to listen to me ramble for I don't know how many minutes? But I am not gonna worry about that anymore. If you don't like long videos, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to keep the rest of the videos short. Maybe I'll try. But I need to get my passion back. The second thing that I want to focus on are actually 6 questions. And a quick backstory. Brendan Burchard, I hope I'm not butchering his name. He is a motivational speaker on YouTube. And a lovely, lovely lady, Miss Shada. Shout out to Shada. She brought me on to his videos. I'm gonna put a video in the description box that I watched, and it's 6 questions for high performance. And those questions are not what you would think they are, but they're all about kind of how you see your best self. Well, he talks about your best self a lot, and those questions are all about questions you should ask yourself so that you are in the best possible state to give the best performance that you can. So that video is in the description box, and I want to consciously ask myself those questions if I can every day. Will try. And the third thing that I really want to focus on is something that has to do with what I learned this month, and that is to trust God. To really trust God. Tomorrow I'm starting my research. Tomorrow I'm starting my research for my graduation project, and honestly, stuff like that for me can bring a lot of anxiety. A lot. So I've decided that I have to, and I will trust God on this. And I will allow things to be in His hand and to not worry about it. So I have to trust God. Another thing that I'm going to try to focus on is, how odd as this may sound, breathe. I realized that in the last few, I don't even know for how long, I have not been breathing as well as I should. I feel like okay, tell me if you recognize this, but if you're constantly busy and you're constantly under stress, you will find it harder to breathe. And if you're constantly under stress, you're not listening to your body, and you're not allowing your body to breathe. So what I see is that when I'm conscious of my stress levels, I find that usually I'm in rest, but I'm still stressed and I'm not breathing enough. So I'll just take some time and I'll start breathing. And that helps me. So I just want to start breathing, consciously breathing more. And another aspect of that is taking time to rest, to just breathe and chill out. So that is a very valuable thing that I want to think of this month. And the last thing that I really want to remember this month is I have to take better care of myself. I have to eat better. I have to cook a lot more because, yeah, I've been slacking on that. But no matter how busy it gets, I have to take care of myself. I have to exercise, I have to eat healthy, I have to eat more. Because sometimes I don't eat enough. And if I eat, I don't eat healthy. So I have to eat more, and I have to eat healthy, and I have to exercise. And that goes along with, if I don't feel like I want to do something, or I don't feel like I can do something, I won't do it. I won't force myself. I have to sleep more. That's another thing. I'm a night person. I have to sleep more. So in general, I have to take better care of myself so that I feel happier about myself. I feel better about my appearance, about the way my body, how I feel, and I think that's a very valuable lesson. So I am really interested in knowing what are the things that you have learned last month, and what are the things that you want to focus on this month, this coming month, to create a better you and a better mental space for yourself to reach the goals that you want to reach. So once again, if this is a long video, I want to say I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna say it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you feel like you got to know me a little bit better and what's going on in my head, and that you'll share what's in your head so that I can get to know you a little bit better. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble for this amount of time. And I will see you soon. I probably will see you soon. If you liked this video and if some of the lessons that I learned are also helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you like this type of video, give it a thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Also give it a thumbs up and I'll see you next time.